Hey buddy, I'm gonna read you a story today.
A book?
Yes, a book. When I was your age, television was books. And this is a very special book. My father used to read this book to me as a child, and I used to read this book to your father. And today, I'm gonna read the book to you.
Well, does it have any sports in it?
Are you kidding me? Miracles, monsters, fencing, fighting, escapes, true love, that all come together to make a hero's journey are so much better than sports.
Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try to stay awake.
Your overwhelming vote of confidence is so helpful. Anyways, let's begin. The Princess Bride. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Buttercup who lived on a farm with her servant Wesley. Wesley was an ordinary farm boy. Nothing pleased him more than to fulfill Buttercup's every wish.
Farm boy, fetch me that pitcher.
As you wish.
The call. Wesley lived at the farm with Buttercup happily for many years. Soon the two fell in love and desired to get married. The problem was that Wesley did not have the money for the two to get wed. So he decides to go out into the unfamiliar world to find the wealth he needs for them to be married. Threshold. Wesley tells Buttercup that he is leaving her to seek the money he needs for their wedding. Buttercup is worried about Wesley's safety and tries to talk him out of going. This makes her his threshold guardian. Wesley tells Buttercup that he will always find his way back to her because of their true love, and he leaves his known world, crossing the threshold, to go and seek his fortune.
I fear I'll never see you again.
Of course you will.
But what if something happens to you?
Hear this now. I will come for you.
But how can you be sure?
This is true love. You think stuff like this happens every day?
Challenges and temptations. The first challenge that Wesley faces is that his ship is attacked by the Dread Pirate Roberts, and all of the crew are killed except for him. Wesley is then taken in by the Dread Pirate Roberts, who becomes Wesley's mentor. Wesley later takes over the position as the new Dread Pirate Roberts. Then Wesley hears that Buttercup has been kidnapped and races to save her. To pursue Buttercup's kidnappers, Wesley has to climb the Cliffs of Insanity, and then faces the challenge of fighting Inigo, one of the kidnappers.
I know something that you do not know. I am not left-handed.
Ha! I'm not left-handed either.
Wesley must face the challenge of fighting the next kidnapper, Fezzik the Giant. Then Wesley goes to face the lead kidnapper, Vizzini, in a battle of wits.
I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains.
You're that smart.
Let me put it this way. Have you heard of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates?
Yes.
Morons.
Really? In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess? To the death? I accept.
Pour the wine. Inhale this, but do not touch.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell is called iocane powder. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadly poisons known to man. All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide and we both drink, and find out who is right and who is dead.
But it's so simple. All I have to do is divine from what I know of you. Are you the sort of man who would put the poison into his own goblet or his enemy's? A clever man would put the poison into his own goblet because he would know that only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I'm not a great fool, so you can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you must have known I was not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You've made your decision then.
Not remotely. Because Iocane comes from Australia, as everyone knows, and Australia is entirely peopled with criminals. And criminals are used to having people not trust them, as you are not trusted by me, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going! Where was I?
Australia.
Yes, Australia. And you must have suspected I would have known the Power Drift's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You've beaten my giant, which means you're exceptionally strong, so you could have put the poison in your own goblet, trusting on your strength to save you. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you've also bested my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you must have learned that man is mortal. So you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
It has worked. You've given everything away. I know where the poison is.
Then make your choice.
I will, and I choose... What in the world can that be?
What? Where? I don't see anything.
Well, I could have sworn I saw something. No matter.
What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a minute. Me from my glass, and you from yours.
You guessed wrong.
You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny. I switched glasses when your back was turned. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
And to think it was your glass that was poisoned the whole time.
They were both poisoned. I've spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.